Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we are going to see, is there any way to format your y-axis on a bar chart? So what I mean to say here, so if you look, if we have sales by product and sales by city, if you see there is a quite distance, this product name is quite large actually. If you see Canon image class 2200 advanced copier, which is not able to feasible here to fit in this. And this, when it comes to business, they actually do not accept this kind of a thing. So I've just created a two very simple chart on based on the sales. If I just select this thing, random filter, if I apply, it will change and it will, if you see the envelope, but this name is bigger, then animal envelopes comes here, but this comes, but here it does not come. So is there any way to fix this kind of an graph where we can have something very similar to like this? If you see here, so this graph has 114K is the value for Canon, this thing. In Los Angeles, we have 173K, and it looks better as compared to the previous version, if you see. So today we are going to create this kind of a formatting on the graph, and it's very easy actually to do it. Let's get started for this thing. So for this thing, I have to just create a cluster bar chart. I will give you a demo on this thing. And for this, I have just taken a sales superstore data, which is readily available in the market. And you can also try on this thing. So this is the product name. If you see, it's having the large name as compared to this thing. So first I will go with this thing. So what I can do, I will take the product name and the sales in the y-axis. And just for a time being, what I can do, top end, I will just take by sales, and let's take it 5 or 6. Let's take it 6. So I have the 6 top product names here. Similarly, I can take the top cities also. Just remove this thing. I will just include the city product name, city here. I will just take top 6 by sales, just for the sake of simplicity. And if you see, it's quite different. Now, if you see here, we have a gap here actually in between the graphs. These are nothing graph. These are the values actually which is having the zero, because since we have taken the cluster bar chart, it can take a multiple values on a given axis. If you see here, can take multiple axes here. So let's create one dummy, I would say, measure which has zero value. Let's rename this as zero sales. Let's give the name is 0, and this is the 0 sales. I just need to put it on my y-axis. It's hangs a bit, I guess. Laptop is a bit hanging here. Let's go again. Sorry, x-axis. We have to give the measure, and if you see there is a graph, you can have it. Similarly here also in x-axis, I will give these things. Now the second thing that I need to do is I need to remove the legends of these things. We do not require legends. Now here, since we, in data table, if you say data labels, by data labels, it is 0 key. It means it has 0 value, but nothing has been given in the x-axis label. So what I can do, I can just go to 0 sales, and if I go to value 0 sale, instead of 0 sale, I will just take the product name here. Now the product name appears on the top, and we can format it a bit better here like this. And then this, we have to switch off the axis as well for this thing. If I go to y-axis, if I switch off the y-axis, now it looks better. For Canon 2020, this the 62K likewise. Similarly, we need to apply for this as well. I have to go to data labels, switch on the data labels. I have to select the 0 one. Then I have to select the values, and here in the values, I just need to select my cities. Now the cities are at the top and its value. And for this, I have not switched off the legends. Let's switch off the legends as well. If you see here, now we have something, and I can just switch off the y-axis as well here. Now we have the axis, and we can also like switch for this thing. Actually, if I just go here, uh, then I would say I should go to title, off the title as well. For this particular chart also, let's off the title. And for x-axis also, we can do the similar thing. Value, we can have it, because it's very quite understood by the title name itself for this graph also. And title no. Okay, now this looks okay, and we just need to do a bit of formatting to make it look more better. And for this, what I can do, I can go to this bar section, then I can select the sum of sales. I can increase the border. I can, it depends on the way you want to create it in your business requirement and what exactly the requirement it is. And then you can just select for this as well. Let's select something on this side. Yeah, this looks good. Then what else we need? Now, if you see, it's the text issue that actually, I guess it's there. Again, I can go to data labels. For city, I can go change the color black. I can take it as 13. Yes, it looks good. Similarly, here also, I can make it 13. This thing looks good. And one more thing I can give here is for bars, I can give borders, and it looks a bit more readable format. And now once it's done, I can do one more thing to looks more better is let's remove the grid lines here. If I go here, vertical grid lines has been removed for this chart and this for this chart. Now, the next thing that we can do is change the title of this particular chart. If I go to general, then title, here we can say sales by product name. Here we have, and we can make it as, just to make it more look better. Then go here, sales by city. It can be anything, and you can also use this fx function to make it conditionally and whenever it applies. And let's make it at the center of this thing. And one more thing that I can do here is let's have the border also. It will look good. I have the border for this, and we are done. If you see, so this is what we have created. If I just apply the filter, and you can like go into deep dive and just format as per the business requirement. You can also, I have taken the dummy value as 0 actually. If I've taken something XYZ value and I just color coded it white, you would say yes, it can be possible, but still I would say this is the more format which actually been acceptable by most of the business. I've recently presented this to the one of my client, and they actually quite liked this thing, and they are quite appreciable for this thing. So I guess this kind of a manipulation that we need to do, since they sometimes it lacks the capabilities, which is fine. I guess this is something we have to deal with it. So this is what the actual looks like. This is what we have just created, and if you spend more time, it will look like this also, which is what looks more better, clear, and more readable format. Hope you like this video, and this kind of an approach might help you in future. Follow for more Power BI updates. Thank you so much.